As we gather in Indianapolis this week for the 71st International General Assembly, we are continuing a 100-year practice in the Church of God. Yet there are also differences between that first assembly and today's International General Assembly. Instead of 21 people from 4 churches in 3 states meeting in a small house in rural Appalachia, thousands from many nations have come together in one of the finest convention centers in the world. Our meeting this week fulfills the advice of those first assembly delegates in 1906 who concluded their meeting by recommending an annual assembly for the purpose of closer union and fellowship among the churches. For a century, Church of God members and ministers have come together to search the Scriptures for answers to contemporary issues relating to advancing the church and reaching the harvest. But the assembly has also become vitally important for the development and transmission of unity and fellowship in our movement. As the Church of God reaches the many diverse people of the nations of the world, it is in the International General Assembly that we come together as one body and one voice. This unity has been tested at times, but continues to remain strong. For example, the Assembly resolved serious doctrinal challenges when we reached agreement on our Declaration of Faith in 1948. While the First Assembly lasted less than 48 hours and was primarily a business meeting, contemporary assemblies span 6 days and along with business include worship, fellowship, seminars, luncheons, exhibits, and youth activities. Worship is a primary purpose of each assembly. Lively music, powerful preaching, and dynamic prayer are highlights of every assembly. Highlights include an address by the General Overseer, an emphasis on world evangelization, and the installation of officers for the coming assembly period. Delegates to the International General Assembly treasure fellowship as brothers and sisters meet in local restaurants, sit near each other in business and worship, and gather for late-night conversation following the evening services, along with renewing old acquaintances. The Assembly provides opportunities to not only see the diversity of the Church of God movement, but to also meet and come to know people from many different places and cultures. The World Missions Service is a festive occasion for meeting people and hearing reports of God's work around the world, as well as being challenged to be part of the global harvest. Youth activities have become a major aspect of each International General Assembly. Teen talent competition brings together youth from many different places to compete in music, Bible, drama, and art. And of course, parents and friends come along to offer their love and support. Lasting all week, the competition ends with an exciting award ceremony on Friday evening. Each assembly is a chance for members and ministers to become more fully acquainted with the various departments and ministries of the Church of God. In addition to providing opportunities for the Church of God, the International General Assembly also blesses each city in which it is held. Assemblies often include extensive prayer and significant ministries to the needs of each host city, as well as evangelistic efforts. Just as delegates to that first assembly in 1906 cherished the unity and fellowship of assembling together as God's people, today's International General Assembly remains vital to the life and ministry of the Church of God.